Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Monday webinar. Today we have Angela Rodriguez with us, and we're going to talk about new tips for our business. Hi, Angela.
Hi, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, those of you who are able to join us live, and for those of you who are taking your time to watch the replay of this in our consultant community on Facebook or via our YouTube link. Whenever you can come in live at 1 p.m. Central, the better. We love to hear from you in our chat as we're going through our new information. So today is already January 16th. We're past the midpoint of this month. So we want to give you some inspiration and a few extra tips for how to make the most of the rest of this month. We are going to start with a product spotlight on one of our new floral blends. Today we'll talk about white flowers. We're also going to talk about a few business tools that one that has had an update, our new dashboard in Virtual Office. And also we're going to give some tips on if you haven't started planning a spa to show off our new launch products, the floral blends, we're going to talk about easy steps to get that going. For tech tips, I'll talk about some digital media tips for how to get graphics and videos off of our consultant app and use them in your social media. And then we'll do our call to action, a few 2023 kickoff highlights, and some other important dates and reminders. So let's start off with our white flowers blend. Tell us in the chat here, or Facebook, wherever you are, if you already have this at home and if you've already been able to smell it. It is fantastic. I love these new floral blends. So white flowers is focused on connection and fulfillment. So this is the blend that's going to help give us that sense of trust and security, help us be open to meaningful connections with other people. It gives us a sense of comfort and overall well-being and loving feelings. So this is a blend that I think is coming at the perfect time for like Valentine's Day. That's now less than a month away. And it's really a gentle, pleasant floral aroma. I would say the standout aroma in this is neroli. So those of you who already have neroli, it smells a lot like that's the standout aroma for my nose anyways. So the ingredients in this blend are sweet orange, neroli, petite grain, chamomile, mandarin, and cabriva wood. And it really is so pleasant. I love this. Now, if you have customers, I feel like floral blends. Sometimes I have customers who love floral, and I have other customers who are very hesitant to try floral. They think that it's going to smell like musky or overpowering and things like that. So what I've been doing with my groups is talking about how to start with this blend, this floral blend, and it works wonderfully by itself. But if you have someone who prefers a lighter, more citrusy aroma with this, the white flowers blends really well if you just put an extra drop or two of orange in your diffuser, for example, or an extra, or blend it together with orange in an aroma blends. It smells really nice and it sweetens it up a little bit and makes it smell more citrusy. So that's something, if you know your customer group and their preferences, that would be something that you can talk to them about. Like I had a live on my customer group just recently of like floral naysayers, just hear me out. And I gave some tips about how to combine our new floral aromas with orange and lemon or bergamot and things like that, so that if there's someone who wants the emotional benefits of these floral blends, but they're hesitant about florals, tell them how to add in citrus as well. And a lot of them, I just try to combine them based on like, this is a blend that is very calming, gives us a sense of peace and tranquility, and orange is great to mix in with that. It already has orange in this blend, but I've actually used this already in my diffuser multiple nights. It's a great one to have on your bed, like your bed table diffuser, either white flowers by itself or white flowers with a little bit of orange added into it. So just a way to personalize the oils for your customer group if you have anyone who gets nervous about floral aromas. It's a very delicate floral aroma. I love it by itself too, but I also love it with a little extra citrus. So when we are using these blends now, remember that, you know, it's an essential oil blend that can be used in a diffuser or burner. It can be mixed in with our aroma blends, of course, the lotion, the body oil, or the body mist. We can use it in an immersion bath or shower. They do work best if you have used like a bath foam, and you can blend it in with the bath foam first and then put it in the water. That will help it stay immersed in the solution better. We can also use it in massage, like with our body oil from the Aroma Blends collection. But an important thing to know is, since these blends are like used blends like anti-stress 31 herbal oil, they may be used in small amounts directly applied to our skin, or used neat, where we can take, it's in small amounts. You don't need a lot. You don't need to bathe yourself in it, right? But it already has a carrier in it to mix the oils. So we take just a drop. Okay. We take our finger, we can apply it to our temples, you can apply it behind your ears, to the nape of your neck, to the inside of your wrist. And you take a moment to breathe it in, just like we do with our other blends. Okay, so that is a stronger application, but it can be used in small amounts on like your energy points, because it is a blend. If you are telling your customers to take white flowers and blend it with a pure essential oil like orange, recommend a carrier. Okay, it should be in a diffuser or in an Aroma Blends carrier, so that you have a proper solution, right? We want it to be diluted enough to be able to include an extra pure essential oil in there. So just a few safety things, correct usage, just make sure that we are always giving specific instructions and demonstrations to our customers so that they know how to use these new products correctly, okay? And remember, if you want someone to just smell it for the first time, instead of giving them this whole bottle to smell, that's going to be overpowering. I can handle it. My nose can handle it, but I'm also in essential oils, right? Grab a tissue and put a drop on a tissue for them to smell. That will give them a more accurate sense of the aroma that won't be overpowering when it comes straight out of the bottle like that, okay? So just a few quick tips on how to get people familiarized with these new blends. And those rules, you know, they apply for all three of the floral blends, that they can be applied in these different ways, okay? We'll talk about the rest of them later. Now, if you are going to be sharing information about one of these new floral blends, you want to incorporate direct links as often as possible so that people can get to that product quickly. So what you do is you go to your own personal website and click on shop so that you're in your shopping site. Look up the blend that you're talking about. It could be one of the blends by themselves, or it could be, if you're talking about all three, go ahead and link in that set that the company has created. And when we're going here, you know, since this is a new product, if I search for it on my regular personal website, it's not going to be uploaded on there yet because it's a new launch, right? So I click on shop, I go to the shopping website, and I just grab the URL from the top. You can do this on a phone, you can do this on a desktop, it does not matter. You click it, it's selected, you copy it, and I personally, I don't share really long links on my social media because it kind of clutters it up and I don't like the appearance of it. So when I have a long link from my shopping website, I just go to a website like Bitly, or you can try tinyurl as well. I use Bitly, I create an account, I can do tons of these links for free, and it just takes my long link and turns it into a short Bitly link for me. I copy that and paste it to my social media. So if you are looking to share a direct product link for these new launch products, remember, click on shop from your personal website. That way it recognizes that you're the consultant still. Grab the regular URL from that. And I recommend shortening it with a website like Bitly so that you have a cute little link to put with your posts. Okay. This is also nice. I include Bitlys even like in TikTok or Instagram, where I can't put live links in everything. And that way, if people do really want to go, I mean, it's super easy to just type in a Bitly in their URL in their browser as well. So let me know if you have any questions about the technology behind that. But if you're sharing direct product links to these new products, go to your shopping website first. Okay. Now we wanted to go over some business tools today, particularly the new dashboard. Now, some of my images aren't super high quality, so bear with me, but we have this new dashboard in Virtual Office that is really helpful and gives us a lot of information in a one-page format, which I really like. So in this new dashboard, you just have to go to your Virtual Office, go to your main menu and click on dashboard from there. So this is not the dashboard that already shows up on your homepage. This is like a separate place, okay? So go to main menu and click on dashboard. And it takes a little bit to load because it's pulling a lot of stats into one area, which I really appreciate, but you just have to give it a minute to load. At least on my home internet, it takes a minute. And then it's going to give you easy access to your spa and host links. It's going to give you your sale and rank information. It's going to give you progress data for the last 6 months. It's going to give you a commission summary, etc. It's very, very helpful. And the screen will look kind of like this. Mine's a little blurry, but you're going to get a screen that looks like this, that gives you like stats in this really nice, easy to read format. tells you if you've reached your team leader requirements already for the month, etc. But really, what's really nice is in this open spas area, this is a really easy way to copy spa links and share them with your hosts. You'll see there's a column that says host link. You just click on this little purple button and it copies the host portal link if they're using that to send out evites, like email invitations. Or there's the spa link, which is what most of us are using, right? Where you just click copy, it copies and pastes it right from here, and then you can share it with your host. So it's very, very easy to grab that information from here. Also, as you scroll down on that same dashboard page, you're going to see 6-month progress, like bar charts. So your bar graphs, so you're going to see for your personal sales, for your team sales, things like that. You get a nice summary of your progress and see, like, has my team been growing at the rate that I want them to? What months did we perform best in? And you can get a lot of helpful data from that. You also can see a commission summary down on the bottom here, which is helpful. It's not going to have every individual like item on here, but you can get that in other places in Virtual Office. But this is like the big picture data that a lot of us are looking for as we create monthly goals and things like that. So make sure that you go in today at some point and check out that new dashboard. It's especially helpful when you have multiple spas running to grab your spa link really easily and copy and paste it from there. Okay. Okay, the other business tool that we wanted to share today was, okay, we have these new floral blends out. We have a great sale going on them. So create a spa based on these. You don't have to call it Floral Blends Spa, right? You can create it based on something, based on your customer's needs. So I, for example, know a lot of young moms who are tired and stressed. I have a lot of friends who are in their 30s and going through like some mood stuff. I'm just thinking like, okay, so if I want to create something for my customer group, I want a spa that's related to their needs that these floral blends can really focus on. So you might do something like balancing moods with aromatherapy or something like that, right? So try to think of a spa theme that you can really talk to them about these floral blends, how to use them in different ways, how to blend them with citrus oils if they want to, etc., based on customer needs. So the first step in getting started with this spa idea, make sure you have ordered the new blends. Okay, you can get that set. You can get them each for 30% off right now with the launch deal, or you can get the set of them plus a pebble diffuser plus a car diffuser for 35% off, which is a really, really good deal. So make sure you order those now, and you also get your consultant discount beyond that, right? So get them now at a great price. You're not going to regret it. I love all three of them. And like I said, I like to blend them in with citrus too, so you can vary your aromas a lot. I love that. And then you want to start generating interest with your outreach. So whether it's on your public business page, in TikTok, in Instagram, etc., or in a private customer group, start generating interest. And some things that you can do is when you get your new products, do a live unboxing. So that maybe you already know ahead of time, like you've had access to our new materials in the app and in Virtual Office, like you can learn about the products there ahead of time. But as you're unboxing them for the first time, like open them and smell them and try to describe the aromas and then tell people what they're about and generate that interest, right? Like these are new. That's a big selling point for us. You can also use images and reels that are in our consultant app, and I will be talking about. I just want to make sure everyone knows how to do that. So there's a lot of new images and reels, graphics, etc., that you can grab right from the consultant app. You can also make your own, but it's a really easy way to keep your content up and keep it high quality. And like I said, when you're creating this spa and when you're talking about these products to your customers, don't just say like it's a product. You want to start with their needs first. So maybe you're talking about people who are starting new goals in January for the new year and they need motivation and confidence for these new beginnings. Or maybe they're in a winter slump and they need like a mood booster because they don't like winter and we've got a few months left of it. Maybe romance, like with white flowers, right, for Valentine's Day. People who are missing spring and summer vibes, they're missing their garden, right? Like that would be another hook based on a customer need. They want the aroma of flowers in their house all year round, right? Or balancing moods. Like I said, that's a big need that I hear in my community and my network. So that's something that I want to focus on in my spa. And as I'm talking about the products in these little snippets on my social media, I'm going to include that as one of the customer needs that these can address. Okay, so take a little screenshot, right? Make a list of things that you think would work well for your customer community and start generating interest. It doesn't all have to be in one day, right? But a little bit over time, so that when you send out invites for this spa, people are like, oh yeah, I've been wondering about those new floral blends. Yes, I would like to check them out. Yes, I would like to come and smell them and try them out for myself, etc. So generate interest in the different modes that you use to connect with your customers. You can also just call. You can also do phone calls and call and say, hey, did you hear that we had some new blends coming out? This is what they're all about, etc. Okay. Also, we recommend that in order to take advantage of these sales that are going on right now with the new floral blends and get them to count towards your numbers for January, try to set your spa date sometime before January 26th. We know that people need a little bit of follow-up time after our spa to place their orders, etc. So the 26th is a good deadline. So either if you're doing your in-person spa, that's what we would recommend the most, so that people can smell them and feel them and experience them. Do that by the 26th. If you're doing a virtual spa, maybe you're doing it from the 23rd to the 26th, etc. But we wanted to give you a chance from today, the 16th, to give you a chance to get your products and try them out and explain how to use them. Now, if you're like, oh, spas make me nervous, it's so much prep, remember that you can keep them super simple. You do not have to overdo it. You can do spa preparation with really simple materials. So create a spa link. That's one thing that you need to do for preparation, right? No matter what. So we go into a spa link, we go to virtual office, we go to spa manager, new spa, we put in some information. We would be the host probably for this case, unless you have a friend who wants to host for you. And then you get that little spa link, get that ready to go so that you can send that out to people via email, text, etc. I've even done QR codes with that. So I have it on a little card so that people at the spa can scan their QR code with their phone, like just using their camera. And then they go right to the shopping site from there. Then when we send out invitations, we just want to make sure that we're tailoring those invitations to each person's needs. So we want to invite a lot of people to our spa. We want a big outreach because, we'll invite lots of people and maybe 25% or less will actually be able to come at that day, that time. It'll be the right time of the month for them to be able to make it, etc. So send out lots of invitations. But a good way to do that is maybe have a kind of a script ready to go, right? Of what you want to say to build excitement about the spa, to give some testimonials about what you think of the new product so far, etc. But try to tailor a piece of it for each person's needs. So if I'm inviting someone that I know has been complaining about mood swings, I'm going to mention that as like one of the topics that we're going to discuss in the spa and talk about how I've felt results with our floral blends. Or if I've been talking to someone who's like, oh, Valentine's Day is coming up, but I want to do something special. Oh, then I can maybe mention that about the emotional connection part of white flowers, for example. So just try to tailor your invitations to the person that you're talking to and include something that you already know about their personal needs or that you can guess, I guess. Sometimes we're guessing as well. And then in order to have people try out these new blends, I recommend, having the 3 new blends. If you're like me and want to talk about blending it with citrus, if someone's like, I don't know, florals aren't for me, I would have some citrus oils like bergamot, lemon, and orange. Remember that bergamot and lemon are uplifting and orange is calming. So they kind of have different effects. You want to use that wisely as you blend them in with these. And you can decide how you let them try out the products. For a lot of us, just having a box of tissues, or even like you could have like a little bowl of water and some cotton swabs, where you put some water, you put a few drops of oil in, you mix the swab in it, and you can pass it around so that people can smell it that way as well. Just tissues and cotton swabs really is like, it can be that easy. I like to build my sales, so I might bring along some of my aroma blends if people want to try any of them out in the body lotion or the body oil. Maybe I have some mists prepared, etc., to show off our aroma blends collection. Or you could just have a diffuser that you have going with one of the blends in it. So really just simple. You can decide what works for you. What do you have at home? What do you already know and love? And grab from those things to demonstrate. Okay. What we do not want to do is just have people smell the bottles. Okay. Because it can be overpowering. It's not a true, it's not like a true sense of the aroma when we're using them in our daily routine. So we want to stay away from that. Okay. Then I tend to offer some kind of incentive in spas, especially if they're virtual, but also in person. with some kind of giveaway or incentive. So it might be like, oh, so everyone who purchases tonight gets entered into a raffle for a free chamomile hand cream or a pebble diffuser, or I just won a free diffuser at the Kickoff event, so I'm going to use that at some point for one of my spas. Like, I didn't even have to pay for it. I just got it for free. That's a great giveaway to incentivize people to come and to place an order that same day. You could do a mystery host drawing. So instead of you being the host, you can set it up so that when everyone who places an order in that spa gets a drawing into the mystery host drawing, you draw a name, and later on you go in and change that spa information. There's a special way to do that. I could bring that up later, or message me if you have troubles with it. But the mystery host drawing, you just change the host information via virtual office, and then the host rewards can be sent to another person. You can do a sample pack drawing too. Like if you're like, I don't want to put a lot of money into it, I don't want to buy extra stuff. Like you can also just have samples, and you have sample packs with, 5 samples set up in a cute envelope or in a cute bag. And it says like, this is the skincare sample pack, the restful sleep sample pack, or something like that. So you can keep it as simple as you would like. Let's see, what's another thing that I do for giveaways? I also do free shipping codes, like gift card codes, also, that I will sometimes use as an incentive to place an order. So lots of different ways to do that. If you have questions about the technology or the process behind any of those, just message us and we're happy to help. And then know that you also have flyers and product manuals and all of that available now in your app and in your virtual office, so that you can study a little bit ahead of time and make sure that you know these new products well. If you just go into your consultant app, resources, and type in white flowers or summer flowers or spring flowers, you can get really easy access to those manuals. Okay, so really easy preparation. Set January 26th as your deadline and start the process now. We want to generate interest, then send out invites so that people want to say yes to our invites, right? And then just, get your setup together with the things that you have at home, so that you can do a really simple yet effective in-person spa. Okay, so let us know in the comments if you have any questions about that or other ideas for these floral blend spas. We would love to hear more ideas as well. And then we will move on to our tech tips that is actually related to this, of like, how do we use all of these images and videos that are already available to us in our consultant app? And I just want to make sure that everyone has really easy access to that. This is all part of our mission to have a strong presence on social media and have everyone feel comfortable using it, because it really helps us maintain interest with our audience, and also it keeps our business alive and growing and expanding and reaching other people beyond our inner circle. So remember, social media basics we've talked about is creating a business page on Facebook and Instagram, linking them together, adding a page name, adding a professional profile picture. It doesn't mean professional like it's taken by a professional photographer necessarily, but like you're not just like grabbing a random selfie, right? Like you're grabbing, like you want to create a good backdrop, dress nicely, etc. We've talked about including key information in our biography. One of the most important pieces of information is your personal website or your link tree that also has your personal website, and linking your Facebook and Instagram account so that one posts to the other. That can all save us a lot of time. Now, today we're going to focus on how to download images and videos. Those of you who want to post reels to your stories, etc., you can get that all in the consultant app really easily. So I'm going to play a video so that you can see me going through it on my phone. It's a little bit easier that way. But then please put any questions that you have in the chat. I try not to go too fast. Let me know if you have questions.
When we want to get images or videos from the consultant app to use on our social media, all you do is you come to this resources tab in your app, and you can either search the name of a product that you're looking for, or if you're looking for current promotions or something like that, you can always go to current promotions and offers. Then you'd go to the monthly, weekly flash promotions. And this top option where it says promotions web format are going to be in a square format for posts. And then the videos and posts are going to be in the stories format, which means they're rectangular. So when I go into an image, for example, like this one, I'm going to click open, not share. Okay, if I click share, that's going to share like a Google link with someone to access it via Google Drive. So I open the actual document. Now, one option, I want to save this. somehow, like into my camera roll, so that I can later post it to my social media. So what I do on my iPhone is I just press and hold the image, and then this option comes up for save to camera roll, and I click OK. Another option is to click up here on the 3 dots for the menu, and then go to send a copy. And this is where our options come up for us to save the image. And then it will save it to our camera roll. The process is very similar when we want to get a video, like a reel, to share on our social media. So again, in resources, I'm going to search reel. And here I'll grab the White Flowers reel. And you'll notice their videos only say MP4. And here, in the same way, I'm going to click open instead of share. And you will notice with the videos, you won't have the option to press and hold the video to save it. You will have to go up to the 3 dots to the menu, click again, send a copy, and then you have that option of save video again, and that will save it to your camera roll to later post to your social media. And then you'll notice when you go into your social media and you click add a story, that video will be there in your camera roll for you to post. Okay, so it's very simple, but I do recommend that you do it in that way so that you're saving the graphic, the image, or the video to your camera roll and then posting.
Okay, so just to recap from that, when you are opening, so when we're going into our consultant app to get materials, digital materials that we want to post to our social media, we go into the resources tab, and you can search right there in the bar, or you can go into one of the specific folders, like the Kickoff folder. 2023 Kickoff folder has these new blends in it. Or in the current promotions tabs, you can find things, or you can just search them right here. And then you want to make sure that you do the process of click open, not share, and then click on the menu to go to save a copy. And then you'll see an option to save the image or the video. That process works really well for either images or videos, okay? So just because I know I have like a master's in educational technology, and every once in a while I get tripped up when I'm working from Google Drive and trying to make it do other things. So we wanted to make sure that everyone is really comfortable with how to make that work, okay? So any questions that you have, please feel free to share them in the chat here in Zoom or on Facebook, and we're happy to answer any other doubts that you might have. Okay, take a screenshot of this so that you have it in case you forget later on. Okay, all right.
When we want to get images or videos from the consultant.
Let me stop that. Okay, and then we're going to move on to our call to action for this week. So make yourself a little to-do list with some of these new tips that we've talked about. Talk about those floral blends, and talk about the set that is on sale for 35% off right now, right? So sell 2 of those new floral blend sets. Your customers are going to get the best deal. They're going to get a pebble diffuser for a really great price, and that extra car diffuser, which is really nice to have. Also on your to-do list, right now, starting today, order your new floral blends and start generating interest for them now. So it could be a live unboxing when your products come in, but it could also be images and reels from your consultant app. You could start sharing the benefits and ways to use them, whether you have them in hand or not. There's lots of different ways to start generating interest and getting people excited about them. And remember, your excitement helps generate their excitement. So when you're talking about, if you're like, this is a floral blend and it does this, right? We want to show our excitement, like, oh, we have these new products and they smell amazing and they make me feel so good. You need to bring your own excitement to the table. And then start planning your floral blend spa. What's your topic going to be related to a customer need? How does that connect to these new floral blends? What other products would you like to incorporate in with them? And again, trying to set that up so that your floral blend spa, whether it's virtual or in person, try for in person or hybrid, try to do that by January 26th. Okay, so that is our call to action for this week. Now, stay tuned, those of you who are here with us, to get a few more updates that are related to our work recently in January.